It's normal and natural to experience fear. And there are ways that fear is helpful. But there are also times that our fear gets out of control and hurts our ability to lead. When we start leading out of that fear, it can be a real problem. Today we're going to explore how to know if we are letting that fear get the best of us. Fear can be a helpful emotion. It keeps us safe and it protects us from harm. The problem with fear is that it does not discriminate. It raises the same warning if a bear is coming at us as it does when we're going to stand up and deliver a speech in front of a group. So the same fear that keeps us alive can keep us from taking any risks and thereby keep us from growth. It doesn't know the difference in degree of danger. As leaders, we must be able to listen to our fear, judge the degree of danger, and act appropriately. Unfortunately, some leaders, including many who are new leaders, aren't in the habit of questioning their fear. As a result, they're allowing their fear to dictate their words and actions, essentially leading out of a place of fear. So how do you know when your fear is out of control? Here are a few signs that could indicate that you are leading out of fear. One is that we habitually take the easy path. When faced with an action that carries risk, especially personal risk, the path of least resistance is the path of choice for the fearful. So if you shy away from conflict, choosing to ignore issues in hopes they will somehow resolve themselves, you are probably leading from a place of fear. However, these unaddressed issues have a way of festering, and they lead to bigger problems down the road. And while you're ignoring them, they're eroding your team's confidence in you as their leader. The path of courage, on the other hand, acknowledges our fear as legitimate. There is risk in confronting the issues, but instead of that fear leading to avoidance, it leads to thoughtful preparation. We think through the issue, we strategize our approach, and we face the danger. A second sign that we're leading out of fear is that we frequently blame others. When things go wrong, if you find yourself pointing fingers and shifting blame, whether to your team, a vendor, a customer, the economy, to really any place but you may be giving in to fear. Fear leads us to deflect. By its very nature, it pushes us to protect ourselves at all costs. So if criticism is coming your way, fear will push you to avoid it. The choice courageous leaders make is to face their fear and take accountability for their mistakes, to own their errors and to learn from them. Only when we choose to take accountability will we be able to ask our team to be accountable for their mistakes. A third sign is that we refuse to let go. Fear leads us to try to grab control wherever and whenever we can. Fear keeps us from trusting our team and delegating because we're terrified that they won't be able to meet our high standards. And then we will experience the thing that we fear the most, failure. But holding on to everything and doing it yourself is not the answer. That will demoralize your team and put a load on you that you will not be able to manage. The choice of courage here is the path of delegation. Listen, every time you delegate a task, every time you place work in the hands of someone on your team, you are taking a risk. The way to offset the risk isn't to grab tighter. It's to learn to delegate well. When you do that, your team will have the opportunity to develop and contribute in meaningful ways. The fourth sign that you're leading from a place of fear is being trapped in inaction. At times, our fear is so intense that it literally paralyzes us. We have to make a decision, or we have to take action, but our fear keeps us from moving forward. Now, it's not that we're doing nothing. We're thinking, researching, planning, revising, thinking, researching, tweaking our plan, asking others for ideas, adjusting. You get the idea. Fear leaves us spinning our wheels, stuck in the mud of inaction, while our team is left in limbo. The courageous leader chooses the path of action. Yes, they think. Yes, they research. Yes, they solicit input. Yes, they plan. And yes, they even adjust and tweak the plan. But at some point, no matter how high the risk, they act. I've been caught in this cycle many times. And there have been times where I have let my fear paralyze me. But at some point, I finally had to act. And without fail, when I finally gathered the courage to act, I looked back and wondered, why did I wait so long? That doesn't mean it was perfect. That doesn't mean everything was great. But even my imperfect action was better than my inaction. We all face fear. For leaders, especially first-time leaders, there is great personal risk in much of what we do. So it's important that we are aware of our fear, able to process it, challenge it, weigh it, and use it appropriately. Thank you for partnering with us as you find your lead. We're always looking to hear from you, so leave us a comment below and let us know what you think. If this was helpful, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more leadership content.